Can you hear back there okay? Well, we welcome you to our 12th annual Teddy Bear presentation today. We're grateful for so many of you being here today. This has become a major part of the bank's celebration of Christmas, and I'm also proud to announce that it's a major part of many parts of our community that have been engaged in this. We have just a really wonderful sight here of this many bears, and I was going to say bears, but as I look around, I see as many monkeys and other things here as I do bears. But what an amazing outpouring of love we have here today. And there are many that we want to just recognize today and talk for just a few minutes about. But before we do, there are a few things that we wanted to introduce to you. Some of you who are not familiar with this program may not know it, but we actually have 3 different centers that we work with in terms of these bears and getting the bears to the kids that really need them. And I'd like to recognize those. These are the Utah Valley Family Support and Treatment Center, the Salt Lake County Family Support Center, and the House of Hope. And in a few minutes, we're going to hear from somebody from each of these particular agencies to just tell you a little bit more about what really happens to the bears. We would like to let you know that the main mission statement of these little bears and other animals is to help treating child abuse through education and outreach and also through therapy. And again, you'll hear just a little bit more of how that works as we hear from the centers. The bears are given to be used as tools during the play therapy. They provide comfort during counseling sessions. And if the children have something to hold as they've been traumatized, it's an important part of the healing process for these children. We're, as a community bank, we feel that it's very important for us to be involved in these type of activities. We're part of this community, and many of you are, and we're just really heartened that so many other of the businesses and people in the communities that we're involved in have seen it fit to be involved with us in this project. I've had 3 or 4 people come up to me and say, tell me how many bears, and a few probably would even offer a lot of money to know how many bears. But it's now time to make that announcement. I'm just curious, just shouting out, how many bears do you think are here?
10,000.
10,000, oh my goodness, okay. A million? A million, okay. Any other thoughts? All right, Sandy, the envelope, please. I should tell you as I'm doing this that the goal was to collect 8,000 bears this year, which is substantially more than we did last year. But the actual number we collected is 11,513 bears. Isn't that amazing? What a wonderful scene here. Well, we'd like to recognize 2 or 3 of the people that have been involved in this process. You know, once we start doing this, I always worry because there's so many of you that we just don't have time to recognize everybody. But there are some that I'd like to have come up and just be recognized. The first is Spanish Fork High School Letterman's Club and HOSA Club. We have all here. Let's have them all come up, Mr. Cook. Come on up. We've got to get pictures of you standing in front of this. Do you want to just come on and fill in right in here?
Okay.
We have enough room? There's
Keep
still
coming.
some room over
Out
on
in
this
front.
side. They collected 572 bears, so that's a great... 600, okay, let's give them a round of applause. We'd also like to recognize Doug Snell, Al Albright, and Charlie Barber. and Todd Harrison.
They should be over here with us.
Come on in. Let's have you come in.
We also have a member of our Hope Squad here. They helped us at the school as well as suicide prevention group. So
That's
what
great.
Lindsay,
Thank
yeah,
you.
is representing.
Let's give them one more round of applause. Thank you so much. You know, you're lucky. If we had time, we'd have every one of you stand up and say something, but we don't today. So thank you for being here. Thanks. We also have Canyon View Elementary in Salt Lake, and Miss Scrocty's fourth grade class conducted a class project, and they collected 802 bears. Can we have, is anyone here? You know, it's probably good that they're not here. They ought to be in school, I would guess. We appreciate that. We also have Crescent Elementary School in Sandy, and they actually did posters. Sandy's got one here.
Made a whole bunch of them.
Isn't that neat? And they've made a real collection effort. They collected, is Shanna Davis here?
Yeah, right here.
Shanna, why don't you come over for just a
My
moment?
boys, they
And
helped.
the boys. They collected 864 bears.
We want to do it every year with you.
But we very much appreciate it, and these young men helped, I'm sure.
They sure did.
That's great.
And we know how precious those little stuffed animals are to kids, so
They-
it's
they
quite a
are.
sacrifice for the
They are.
students.
And you know, I'm going to mention that here in just a minute, because these bears really have a lot of emotional attachment to them already, and they'll have a lot more when we're done. But thank you for being here.
Thank
Let's
you.
give them another round. We don't have a representative from Sunrise Elementary, but they also donated 743 bears. Well, there's really nothing better than kids helping kids, and so much of this really started at that level. And there's two that we have here today that I want to recognize, and I'm going to have Miley, do you want to come up? This sweet young lady, by the way, she's very articulate. We ought to have you say something here. But let me just tell you a little bit about her. She, instead of going trick-or-treating, went, you call that teddy bear treating? Okay. And was very influential in getting bears collected, and she collected with her friends 134 stuffed animals. And I am going to have her say something. Can you just tell us what that was like? Okay. Just have to speak right into that.
Okay.
There you go. Speak loud.
Well, as an activity days group, my mom is our leader, and she decided with me to collect stuffed animals for this wonderful program. So we went trick-or-treating in our costumes one day, and we would knock on the doors of people in our ward and ask, could we get some stuffed animals from you? And we would tell them where they were going, and there was this one lady in our ward, and she had two little girls. We went up into their house, and they had this whole bin of stuffed animals. She would pick one out, and one of her little girls would either snatch it and hug it, or they would say, that one would make someone really happy. And it was just so much fun seeing all these people and knowing that they felt for these kids that don't have as much as we have, and it was amazing.
Thank you. Thank you, Mary. We appreciate it. Thank you. Alexis, would she come up also? If you need to bring your mom, you're welcome to do that too, or your dad. You know, these are the heroes, and these, as I said, these are the children that are really caring about each other. And she actually heard a bank employee talking about the Teddy Bear Project, and then I guess it was on the local radio station, and you decided to get involved, and they've collected over 300 bears. Let's have you just tell a little bit about how you did that. You want to do that? Can you speak right into that?
I gathered up all my friends and family and all the friends in my school to get all the teddy bears, over 400.
Let's give her a hand. Thank you so much. Okay, just a couple of others that we want to recognize is Tessa and Jordan Hunter here. Okay, you want to come up? Looks like you've had a little bit of a tussle with one of these bears. We just wanted to also show you the human side of how this works. Look at these beautiful young children. And I want to relate this to you. Tess is 3 years old? Almost 3 years old. And she stood at the base of a tree placing the animals in the pile, but she was crying when a stuffed dog got pulled out. And she cried because she didn't want to have her doggie gone, and continued to count the remaining animals, and then donated the dog because she knew it would help others. And we're really grateful for these little girls. That again is the spirit of giving. We're grateful for Mom too.
Thanks.
So thank you very much. There's one other little girl that I want to recognize. She's not here today. She insisted on being anonymous, but she had been a cancer victim and was able to survive and was given some bears and other things as she made it through that very difficult time in her life. And after she did, she felt the need to share with others, and so she donated some bears here, and we're just grateful for that kind of spirit in our community. Let's give her a hand. Well, we could go on and on with the kids, but I do want to mention just a few of the adults that we also want to recognize. Sally Evenson, is she here? Okay, Sally is a longtime customer of the bank, donated 180 bears in honor of her sister who passed away, and felt that this was a fitting tribute to her sister, and we appreciate that. Let's give her a hand. And I think we have to have Roger come up. There he is, right in front of me. Roger is a customer of the bank, and you know, this is a neat story. His daughter, Mackenzie, I think it was, that really got you involved. It's true so in so many of our lives that our kids are better than we are. And Roger got involved because of his daughter, and really has taken this on as a project throughout the year. Going to a number of places to get bears, been a great supporter. I think, Sandy, you love him, don't you? Gone out to a number of businesses, and we're going to mention a few of those here in just a moment. But a lot of that has occurred because of a little girl that loves her dad and got her dad involved, and a dad that's a good dad.
There's Holly she's with Provo River Contractors.
And we're going to mention her in just a second and have her come out. But can we give Roger a round of applause? I don't want to embarrass him, but I love his statement. He says it's all about the kids. So thank you. I should mention that 1,325 bears. Okay. And Holly, if we can have you come up. Okay, good. I understand that we gave you the wrong time and you came back again. So we appreciate that, Holly. Come on up. Do you want to introduce these others?
This is Kelly Cottle. She works at Provo River Construction with me, and Frankie Chipman, who also works there with us. And we gathered almost 700. Oh, sorry about that. We gathered almost 700 bears for this project, and a lot of the guys said that they would go to their kids, and their kids would just go in and just start pulling out a lot of their stuffed animals and going, these would work, because, you know, and the outpouring was fantastic.
That's great.
It was wonderful.
We very much appreciate you being here. Thank you. Let's give them a round of applause. Thanks for being here. also have Ace Removal on board with us. Is anyone here from Ace? They collected 167 bears. We want to give them a round of applause. We have Kathy Gardner. Is she here? Kathy? Okay. She had a number of animals brought in, but there were some notes around them, and I thought it might be interesting to you just to read the notes from a couple of these bears. Well, I call them bears, but they look a little different than bear to me. I guess they're still of the same family. Listen to this. This is the note on the black poodle. I hope you love chocolate as much as I do, and I hope you'll have fun. I thought that was tender. And then this one, please show lots of love to this little dog. Give her lots of hugs and care. Show lots of kindness, please. I love this dog. Isn't that tender? You can tell who really runs this. Okay, and then we also would like to recognize Texas Roadhouse and Bailey's Moving and Storage. Texas Roadhouse has helped us. They give appetizers away to those who bring in the teddy bears, and we're thankful for them. Let's give Texas Roadhouse. And we have Cindy Holmes and Christy Bartdahl here from Bailey's Moving and Storage. Would you come up, please? You know, nobody really wants to speak, so I guess they made me do this, but we really appreciate Bailey's Moving and Storage. They have done a lot for the bank and for the teddy bear program here. They don't necessarily even just do the teddy bears, it's the moving as much as anything. And every year they send boxes and trucks and help us to move these bears to where they're really needed. And I thought it would be appropriate if you would just say a few words for us. You have to hold that and speak right into it.
Okay, I don't really talk in front of people that much. We are so honored to be part of this every year. Our owners usually come down here, and they are really sad that they missed us this year. They had a meeting in Denver that they couldn't get out of, so they sent Christy and I. So we are so honored, and we feel so lucky to participate in this every year, and it's such a great project. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's give them a round of applause. We thought we'd show you what they've done even with the boxes. Can you see that? Bears on the Move program. That's a program that they've instituted in their business to try to collect bears from people as they move. And we're amazed at the creativity that people show. All right. And then last, I would be remiss if I did not recognize our employees, and particularly I'm going to mention a few, and again, we love all of them, but there are two or three that we want to recognize here today. I don't know if you will even come up, but Richard Gray, are you here?
Yep, he's here.
Okay. Richard. You know, if we had a spotlight, we could do that, but
Come on, Richard.
you know, Richard is just a wonderful man, and this has been something that every year he's been one of the main supporters, and between he and Sandy, they just really goad everyone else to do better. I'm not going to ask you to speak unless you want to.
Oh, it's all, she made me do it.
Well, we just appreciate you, Richard. Thank you very much. Richard is a manager down in Murray, and also the head of our commercial lending department. We appreciate it. Thank you. We have a wonderful board of directors here at the bank. And again, these are men that generally do not want to be out in the public, but I'm going to ask them, those that are here, to come up and stand here for just a moment. They've been very generous in not only supporting the effort, but also in personally donating. Would you please come up for just a minute? He's coming. Dale?
Where's Dave?
Do we have Dave? There, Dave? Thank you. This is a good part of our board, and these are wonderful men in many ways, but particularly in supporting this. So let's give them a round of applause. Now, you know, I don't look like I'm a real brave sort, but I'm going to do something that shows that I do have courage, and that is I want Sandy to come over here. She told me if I did this, I was doing it at my own peril. But Sandy is really a major piece of this, and it takes a lot of people to do it. But I think we would be remiss if we didn't recognize Sandy. She actually thought this up 12 years ago. And, you know, it's fun to work closely with Sandy because this is the major part of her Christmas, and we traumatize over, are we going to get as many as last year, and where are we this year? I think it'd be great. Would you say anything to us?
I just wanted to thank you all. You are an amazing group of people who care. And there's no way we could do this unless we're surrounded by incredible people. So I just want to thank you all. This is wonderful. This year we get to help 11,000 people, 11,000 little children. And I just want to thank you all so much. Give yourself a round of applause.
She's a wonderful lady. Well, we now want to have the three different institutions that will be using these bears. We're going to start, Bonnie, if we can have you come up from the Salt Lake Center and just tell us just a little bit about how these are used and maybe some of your experiences.
Right into it. Okay. Thank you so much to this wonderful bank for letting us be a part of this delightful Christmas tradition. And we are the Family Support Center based in Salt Lake County. We have 3 different crisis nurseries as well as many other programs that we have there. And I think what Sandy said, well, I know what Sandy said touched my heart so much, because we're talking about over 11,000 children here represented that's going to be helped, that's going to find happiness and feelings of safety, feelings of connection when they put their arms around the bears and the stuffed animals that you have donated. So we have a Life Start Village, which is a program for homeless single mothers and their children. And as we have given them bears in this past year, it is so delightful to see them walking up and down the halls with their stuffed animals throughout the year. And we have the one little girl that will bring her animal in to our director of the Life Start Village and have her watch it while she's in Girl Scouts or while she's doing something. So they love them. This brings, again, feelings of safety, feelings of comfort to them, many of whom, and most of whom, who have had trauma, who have had injury, all of the things that happen with child abuse and the other social ills of domestic violence and things that we confront in this day and age. By having the opportunity to have these animals, and not only that, but the love that goes with them. I believe in karma. And so when that child says, that this, have a good home for this animal, there's love that transcends beyond the fact that somebody else is not standing there, but you can feel the love. And these kids feel the love. And thank you so much to such a wonderful bank. Look what you have done. I mean, this isn't the government that's doing something. It is a private community institution that has just taken it upon yourself for 12 years to do this. And thank you. Thank you for letting us be a part.
It's we that are thankful for you. Joy, would you like to come up? Joy is in Orem. And tell us a little bit about your program.
First of all, I think it's really true that for Rick to ask Sandy to speak takes a little courage. Because when I was putting some stuff in Sandy's office, I saw a poster on a challenge for a duel or something. So I was like, and it was Sandy challenging Rick, right? So, you know, there's a lot of families in our community who need some help, who struggle. They struggle financially, they struggle emotionally. Many parents who were themselves abused as children wanting to break that cycle and not knowing exactly how to do that, but having that great desire to have their children have a better life than they had. And as we, as a community, engage in that process of helping those families, they're gonna do better. We as professionals can't do it. Hopefully we play a vital role, but without a community that supports our efforts and the efforts of those families, we just can't do it. It's too big of an issue, it's too big of a problem. In Utah County, our current statistics are 5 children a day are abused. And that comes from the 2010 annual report from the Division of Child and Family Services. So if you think about 5 kids a day who are experiencing some kind of traumatic event that's going to change their life, think also about what you can do as a member of this community and how you can help to break that cycle and to move people forward. Sometimes that's just as simple as knowing a child's name and being able to say hi to them and let them know that they're valued. It's also teaching our kids that they really can be part of the solution. And we saw that this morning. There's nothing better than kids helping kids. And so as we teach that value to our children, we're helping future generations. So as you give your bears, as you think about these bears, as you think about your own Christmas time, please remember that you really are impacting the lives of children and families in this community. And for them, I want to thank you.
We've had a great partnership for a long time. We appreciate you. Last but not least, we have Daryl Noble and Lisa Heaton. We'd like you to come up and say just a little bit about what you're doing.
Lisa wasn't able to come, and I apologize for not being as eloquent as the 2 speakers right before me. But I wanted to express my gratitude and thanks to all of you for all of your efforts that you put forth and all those that have been recognized this morning. House of Hope is we're a residential substance abuse treatment center for women and children. We have a Salt Lake office and also a Provo facility. We, in Provo, which is I'm the director there, we serve 16 women and up to 28 children at any given time. So each child that comes through our doors gets a stuffed animal. Many of these children have been abused, neglected, more neglected than abused, but certainly abuse is a part of their lives. And to have these stuffed animals be a part of their lives and be transitional objects really for them to be able to sleep at night and have some comfort there is just a great gift, and we really appreciate all that you've done for us.
We again appreciate all of these organizations. We're proud to be affiliated with them. Now, just as we finish here, I wanted to maybe on a little bit lighter note talk about some of the things that we've been doing in the bank. We have a Guess the Number of Teddy Bears contest, and I've given you the number, so that's already out of the bag, that it's 11,513. We had a guess, if you can imagine, at 11,513. 556, and that's Kathy Rockwell. You come up, Kathy. This is a Cafe Rio gift card for winning. Thank you. Great guess. I worry that maybe some espionage was involved. That was so close, but that was great. And in terms of branches, we have the southern branch, Orem, collected 1,403 bears. Let's give them a hand. In the central region, this branch collected 3,306 bears. Let's give them a hand. And in the north, where Richard Gray resides, we have 2,126 bears collected. Let's give them a hand. We appreciate all of our branches, but those three are outstanding in what they did in this area. Now, once again, we would just like to thank you again, all of you, both employees, customers, and what I would call partners that have helped us in this process. Let's give everybody a big round of applause. You know, we collected enough teddy bears to help Santa.
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!
Santa.
Whoa!
Good to have you here. You want to say something, Santa? You have to talk right in.
That's incredible. No wonder Daddy couldn't find his bears last night. They're all in here.
Well, thank you. Thank you, everybody, for being here.
I need help. Okay? Come on, I need help. I'm going to put some bears in here and we can go deliver them. Okay? Anybody else? Come on. Grab a bear, too. Put them in.
Gotta get the kids up here.
Come on, more. We need more. Come on. Was that one of yours? 350? There's more coming? My God. There's more bears here than Santa's got in the North Pole.
Santa, you're in trouble.
I can't get it.
Get a picture, somebody.
Oh.
Put it over the top like that. Is that cool?
Santa, she's got one.
What a great touch. Thanks for everybody. Wow.